everyone, today I will be reacting to Humble vs. Reply Totem.
Humble had to get value like.
So it's Boss with Byron. I don't know why they banned. Oh, it's Safe Zone. Okay. I don't know why they banned PS on this. Oh wait, now I know it's Safe Zone. My bad. Double PS ban. We have Byron, Crow, and Melody. On the other team, we have Joker with Kaze, Mary with Bell, and Mary with Colts. This is gonna be an interesting matchup. I want to see who wins this.
You said, Trap, do it, multiple times throughout the game unless you're going to win it, because it can really be a big issue to lose that control on a map like Safe Zone. Melody starting up on the left-hand side. They managed to get a bit of a trade here, and Colt doing well. Not taking too much damage from the Crow, to be honest with you, and he gets a good 12% off the start.
Boss just circling around this bottom right-hand wall as Joker dashes to the left-hand side. Semantic battling in the long-ranged affair. Bell versus Byron. Gonna be backing off his Boss, doing his best, but just countered.
Well, Colt back into this position on the right-hand side again. And Semantic going really aggressive, almost goes down here. Bell on the right. Gonna be able to pick that one up as well. Good kill onto the Colt. And Crow trying to come up. Doesn't have a hypercharge just yet and should be too close to it, I wouldn't imagine either. Actually gets it now, will be going forwards. It's going to be a decent one. Get all of that crack down, and he hasn't even really suicide. He's going to do some decent damage to the Bell, maybe even get the kill afterwards as well. And there's the Fan Storm on safe down the bottom, which will get it down to 50. Beautiful stuff from Reply Totem so far.
Advantage Totem, significantly ahead of pace here. An entire 25%, most importantly, an entire layer of that heist safe. Lukey has to back away, outranged by Colt. Colt's somebody we haven't seen a ton this weekend, but definitely a solid brawler. I think Heist going to arguably be his best game mode. He does DPS, he has range. Really excited to see what Maru can do with him.
Yeah, good pickup from Semantic and Boss there. Really nice work. And Maru's going to burn down thanks to Byron hitting that hyper charge and Lukey getting the killing blow. Nice heals onto Boss as well, trying to get him into a position where he can go in and get some damage and still stay alive. Hypercharge available now, going in. I think he hits about 47 bell mines on the way through, but still might be able to get this crack now. It's getting quite low, but Maru with a hypercharge here, Joke with one of his own as well. Jump comes forward from the Crow, and he does really well. Might even be able to pick up two, and does. There's the third. But the thing is, they're not going to get much back from this because they haven't got the crack prior.
Almost bizarre at how perfectly placed those nest eggs were, but now it's Maori having to play a strong defense. Humble still profit out of the interaction as Joker moves his way up the middle of the map. Lukey, though, has no interest diving away, but with low HP, doesn't get too much value out of it. Joker finally falls. A couple bounce shots going down. Colt Super will pierce through that heist safe. Reply Totem will take a thorough lead.
Yeah, good position for them now as well. If they go for a base race, they've already got the crack. They're going to be able to deal with it well. Nice slow there on the right-hand side, stopping Boss and a good kill as well. I don't think they're going to be able to get the damage now. Lukey looking for a super to be able to hypercharge. They need to not feed it. They're getting some, but I don't think it's going to be enough as they choose to stay back and not feed.
Great LCQ spot, and of course, they've had fantastic postseason success, even a top 4 in the mix, which is definitely a ton of credit their way, but they want more. There's a comfort in that. So far, so good against the 2024 champs.
Maru getting pinched in. Didn't get too much back for that positioning, only 6%, so I don't think they're going to be too mad about letting that slide, but Boss getting some heals here against Joker. Really nice help from Semantic, but just chooses to go in now, waste a few dashes, try to cycle his super, and Joker actually switches forms and gets the Fan Storm off as well. Brilliant from him. Lukey popping a shield, getting some heals, Jump comes in, just overshoots it, and Colt will survive.
Awesome engagement for Joker to not only grab that kill and now another one on top of that, but get that Fan Storm down. That's something that's basically free damage for the side of Reply Totem. Joker oftentimes is going to be playing these aggressive brawlers, the Mortises of the world, the Kazes of the world like we're seeing here. They just keep doing damage. Lukey finally takes him down. Not a single scratch on that high safe, though, for Humble. They're going to have to play the control game with Byron and Crow and then find a way to get Boss to engage with the high safe.
Yeah, this is the thing, though. Lukey, if he gets the super now, he'll be able to equal a score just with one jump, and he does get one. Here we go, going in. They need to try and stop him, but he should be able to land straight on it, but Joker's going to go the other way as well. Maru surely wants to meet him, and they didn't even get the crack. That's going to be really disappointing for Humble, not getting it with that jump. Now, re-engaging with the safe, they should be able to get this down to 50% and pretty much make it a tie ball game.
It's crazy how a few seconds can make all the difference in the heist. They were losing every single battle leading up to that point in the game. all they need are a couple good moments, whether that be a Crow super or a Melody hypercharge, especially when you got 6 musical notes rotating around you. It adds up fast.
Well, Joker swaps forms again, trying to survive here. Wants to be able to avoid this splash from Semantic, but he's not going to be allowed. Nice stuff from Maru once more. They're in a 4% lead with 45 seconds left. He needs to try and heal here. Keep control, wait for his teammates to come up. Hypercharge used by Semantic, and he will get the super off as well. Jump from Lukey. They get the control, and now Boss going in wants to get these notes circulating around him to try and get us down to 25%, and that they'll do.
Incredible team effort coming out of Humble. Somehow Boss is still alive. The heals from Semantic certainly aiding the cause. As Lukey, top right-hand side, and have to deal with multiple brawlers. The longer Humble can drag on the clock, the more impossible it is for Reply Totem to come back.
This is going to be really tough now. Boss gets 1 and 2. The rest of Humble join him on the safe and equalize the score here in safe zone. Making Melody, of course, coming in here and over the years, it's just the only way that you can make Byron work. Semantic doing a great job, I would say, in his own right. He's a support brawler in this instance. It really felt like he found a couple frags there, which is a little bonus. It's why Humble were able to excel. Yeah, well, 1 hit there from the Kaze is not going to be enough to stop what Melody's doing up top. He's going to get a good amount of damage, around 20%, really. Actually gets a little bit more than that. Joker has a fan storm now, but Mori not able to keep enough control to get him up free roam. He should be just throwing this on the safe and getting that extra little bit of chip damage.
Semantic now just has to fire, doing his best to just get kills, waiting for Boss so that they can make a proper push. Super in the back pocket. Boss a couple tags away from getting those musical notes. In, out. Still has 1 remaining. Now Lukey diving in, not for damage, but for kills. Interesting trade. It has to lead to Boss getting across to the other side of the map, and didn't quite do that.
Well, there's the break of the safe, and also the break of this right-hand side, as Maru wants to take a bit more of a head-on, long-range matchup against Boss. Joker gets a nice kill there. Might switch forms and get the super on safe, but doesn't manage to do that. Maru trying to establish some control, and they need a bit of damage here. He's going to get splashed out. Still a lot of time on the clock, but Joker coming back up with the fan storm now.
Colt injected with a lot of poison between Crow and Byron. It's going to be his demise. Plenty of time still on the clock. It's more of a matter of getting that total damage. And Boss, look at him go. Elected to go for damage. Again, Lukey cycling in too. So a couple supers give Humble a massive advantage.
Yeah, had that hyper as well, but obviously with not 25% of the safe remaining, you don't have to use that hypercharge to save it. Still 50 seconds left. You should be able to get another super in that time. Joker going forward. Splash comes on top of him. That should be, well, I was going to say a trade, but he didn't get that final shot off on Semantic. Nice work again from Humble to just pin them back over and over, not letting them get these breakthroughs, and especially with the Colt.
Another instance where Semantic probably dies there. Joker didn't even make contact with the high save, so they didn't grab damage, they didn't grab the kill. That's a disaster. Now it's a 3v1 situation. Boss doesn't even have to worry about going in right now. Just maintain positioning. 30 seconds on the clock. They're well over a high safe zone in advance of the other side. Reply Totem, this might just be an impossible comeback.
Yeah, they can just keep control, not overstep, try keep them back, but Lukey getting hit hard now, and Semantic having to force some heals. Joker coming up, trying to make the move, but Boss will go the other way as they don't have a crack in the way. Now it's 45% with 10 seconds. That's not going to be happening. Lukey goes in for some shots, trying to get a super to deflate it. Does just that, and that's going to be the first set going Humble's way.
Competitive set, but got away from Reply. Thoroughly impressed with that result. I mean, especially,
and that's going to be played against him.
But got away from Reply. Thoroughly impressed.
Crazy damages from all of them. Semantic with a high amount, Boss with crazy amounts of the DPS, the kills, everything is beautiful on spot.
With that result, I mean, especially,
and that's going to be played against Humble this time rather than
5 runner-ups. Down 1-0. This team has been in some tough situations.
Against Humble this time rather than
got away from Reply. Thoroughly impressed with that result. I mean, especially,
and that's going to be played.
Now this has a Boss with Gus. He could get the double switch with the Joker with Gray, and then Mario with Charlie. A really good brawler picking with that.
Against Humble this time rather than
5 runner-ups. Down 1-0. This team has been in some tough situations before, but to start out 2026, they've certainly got a battle ahead of them.
Well, it was a quick tap in there from Semantic as well. You can see Maru with the mark over his head and just trying to prevent Joker from getting these shots off, getting the walking canes, and need to evade him getting super as best as possible. And if he's going to super, you've got to make sure it's on Semantic, so kind of flood around him towards the end. Well, there's the walking cane. No walls coming down with it because it's through that unbreakable on the left. But Lukey falls low and has to back off.
It's going to get back and forth on that right-hand side, too. If Maru has the Spiderlings, it's deadly, but Boss is too much of a factor up the middle of the map. Bounce shots work plenty Now those spiralings going down, immediately eradicated. It's a lot easier for Humble to deal with those now that they have multiple brawlers that can give aid to it. Boss cleaning up in the middle of the map. He wants a team-wide. Could be a perfect game for him. A Semantic is going to rotate. Just play it safe. Maru doesn't have much of a chance here as a Charlie. No super available. I think Humble are just being extra cautious to not feed anything.
Yeah, but it makes sense. You don't want someone out of the way in a cocoon towards the late game in a map like this. So, really nice start from Humble there. Very much in control of it. When you've got 3 players standing and the opponents have already lost, you know you're in a great position. I think it all stemmed from Boss getting that early kill. Really nice super. Just about getting the last bullet on Joker before he got around the wall.
The early kill was nice because it won them the round. And now on top of that, because Boss has landed so many shots being the player that he is, they have a super available. Lacking in utility, however, are Reply Totem. They just have one super to show for it on the top left-hand side. It's Lukey, one of the star players of last year in their 2024 run, battling against Maori. A little back and forth, each side not making a move. I think Humble are confident in these in-game situations if this drags on.
Semantic has a super. Obviously, he's going to be the one who really wants a hypercharge of anything, but Boss has one of his own, which can really do some damage in these situations if he lines it up well. Byron just trying to find some shots onto Lukey, who's yet to find a super of his own. Can have the splash. Semantic still holding out on the right-hand side. It's a bit of a stalemate at the moment, but as the gas starts to close in, people are going to be forced to move. Lukey solo splash there, but completely missed.
Midst of a lob, Maori still with positioning on the left-hand side. Humble hurdled together in the middle of the map. Now branching out. Semantic trying to win his 1v1 by Joker teleports in. He can get that kill. It's a trade on the right-hand side, though. Purple button pop. Super available. Contact with Semantic. A Boss. A menace in this set. Absolutely destroys Reply Totem.
2024 World Champions, 2025 runner-up. You're going to be in a tough spot to come back.
Doesn't look like any lane switches here either, so Reply Totem rolling the dice once again. They want Charlie with those spiderlings to take on a single-shot brawler. That has to be either Gus or RT. I like their odds better if they go against RT. Unfortunately for them, Boss has just been too much of a factor, and now they have positioning. He can work with these walls, multiple angles to deal with. Maori does have a super available, but Gray just hasn't been able to do much. I think Joker's having a hard time right now.
Yeah, they're all being super cautious of the Walking Cane coming back and getting them. Maru eventually getting some ground on the right-hand side, but as Joker tries to get up, Boss is saying no to that, but he knows he has to respect it. Back up. The Walking Cane is too potent in a match like this that it can really change everything. Still, stalemate at the moment, but few shots being hit by Semantic on the right.
Neither side willing to be aggressive. Just calm patience. Any advantage they can gain. One super, two supers can make a difference. And especially in a round one, very difficult to get a hypercharge. This is where Totem feel like they have the advantage. Now they have pressure lined up. Couple tags with that hypercharge. The poison, not enough, though. Now poison on the outset, going to be rolling in.
Well, Boss has got a super. He's going to need a comparable one to win the last game. Lukey trying to move in. TP available. Boss goes towards it. It's just all for the Gus, I think it is, coming out of the cocoon here. I don't think he's going to be able to win the 2v1 unless he's got a shield. Isn't he? Kooky Popper almost does it, to be honest, and desperately needed a shield. And I think he had it.
I think that was a closer call than it probably looked. It was a 2v1. However, 500 and about 1200 HP. You could see them rotate brawlers, a really smart decision in case they did pop out. That way the higher HP brawler at least had a better chance. Just intelligent stuff that makes separators from good and great. Reply Totem over the years have certainly been that.
Lukey just playing against 2 on the right-hand side, and Boss, obviously, as I've said, doesn't want to overextend. Does. Gets hit, and the super is available for Joker, but he's lucky he's got Lukey backing him up. He might even force Joker to TP out here. The heals are going to be there, though, from the Byron. They still throws the super down the side, and a few follow-up shots from Semantic aren't going to find the killing blow. TP now in, and a bouncy castle heal is there, but Byron trying to do the same. Maru pinching around the back. Boss going in, gets the kill. Hypercharge there, but not enough. Really, really nice from Humble as they get that done. But look at the hypercharge ready to roll on Joker.
Joker definitely been better in game number 2 with a hypercharge super as well. He can get aggressive, almost shotgun his opponents if he gets any weakness on the other side. Little rotation here. So now Gus is operating against that right-hand side brawler, and Maru Semantic going to be battling against Maori, Joker, and Boss. That's been the battle to watch. There's Boss's advantage in game number 1, but right now, Joker is in complete control.
TP with the hypercharge there. Can't really go towards Lukey. He's got his hypercharge himself. He's going to go on the left-hand side, get the RT. Great choice from him as well, and that still lingers there. Whether he uses the super or not, splash comes in. Lukey, cocoon They're going to have to back off here, though, as they don't really want to risk getting hit by that hypercharged super. Boss coming in now. The TP's not going to be used by Joker. He's going to go down. 2 Kooky Poppers on the right, I believe it was, were not enough to bring Maru to his knees.
And that's he knows that Boss is an insanely good player, but I think maybe just a little overconfident in his ability. Boss was able to charge that super. Instead, though, it's Joker who is a key playmaker, using those teleports to get aggressive, landed the walking cane in that closing round, and now he's the one taking advantage. Boss already has to burn a gadget.
Yeah, I mean, he gets the positioning off it, though. Joker going for another shot and does find it as well. The Spiderlings on the right-hand side push Lukey all the way back to. Kooky Popper lays on the floor, might use that to heal, get it out of the way so he doesn't want to gadget it later on. TP already available from Joker as well, and that's a big risk here for Humble. But Semantic just covering Boss's tracks with those legs available.
Joker laying down the pressure, but doesn't want to overdo it. Learn from past rounds' mistakes. Has the teleport, so they feel like they have an advantage on either side. They can always make a moment's notice and jump away. Spiderlings allowing Maru to have a little extra space, but Lukey still laying down fire.
Control back in the hands of Humble now. Kooky Popper on the right side. TP goes in from Joker to try and get that kill. Will do just that. I don't think he's going to be able to get the TP out. Oh, Boss with a beautiful 2-piece. He can't get the TP in time, doesn't get the heals, and Maori walks into the gas. Doesn't want to be feeding Boss again because we've seen what he can do with that.
Big bounce back from Boss. I mean, this has been a key player for Humble. These Rico shots are unreal. It's a little more awkward now that that top right-hand wall on the totem side is down. Boss, though, clearly showing he doesn't necessarily need it.
Well, Lukey needs to be a bit more cautious. Did get picked off in that last one. Semantic still holding on to these legs, waiting for Joker to come towards him. He didn't really get within range of him last time, so there's something he needs to be a bit cautious about. I think there was another Kooky Popper on the right-hand side there from Lukey, and positioning is insane from Humble right now. I'd be very surprised if they lose this round, but Joker needs a hypercharge. He uses it, but he doesn't have a super yet.
Oh, I think he was counting on landing a shot. That's why he popped the hypercharge. I think he knew he had it. Instead, though, it's Boss backing away at a correct time. Now Semantic, Lukey, and Boss all have supers in the back pocket.
To the rest of Humble, join him on the safe and equalize the score here in Safe's
2024 run, battling against Maori. A little back and forth, each side not making a move. I think Humble are
left-hand side, get the RT. Great choice from him as well, and that still lingers there. Whether he uses the super or not, Splash comes in, Lukey, Cocoon. They're going to have to back off here, though, as they don't really want to risk getting hit by that hypercharged super. Boss coming in right now. I'd be very surprised if they lose this round, but Joker needs a hypercharge. He uses it, but he doesn't have a super yet.
Oh, I think he was counting on landing a shot. That's why he popped the hypercharge. I think he knew he had it. Instead, though, it's Boss backing away at a correct time. Now Semantic, Lukey, and Boss all have supers in the back pocket. This is getting rather difficult for Reply Totem if this drags on.
It's going to be real tough. There's the gadget on the left-hand side as well from Mori. Probably trying to reach towards his hypercharge. It can be dangerous, used aggressively in the last seconds. Lukey going to want the hypercharge of his own. Surely should only be a couple more shots off after the rounds he's had. There's the walking cane. Nice kill, but the bouncy castle and super coming through. Big hits, and Joker TP's in. He's not going to get anything back from it, and the legs are dropped. Byron can't do anything, and that's going to be the second set.
Ejective. Goodness gracious.
My rank draft is really not that special. So.
The Joker and his new old teammates gonna be sent home. This Joker gonna be the playmaker now. He's on the Kenji. Boss up the middle of the map, rocking the Mina. There's the Crow Lukey that we were looking out for. So far, it's the blue side. Complete control. One thing about Humble, they are not afraid to be what I'll call passive-aggressive playstyle. I think they're experts at it. They're never going to push too far. They only take chances when they know it. Otherwise, they're just gonna rely on winning their lanes.
Well, the Meeple's Mansion back down on the field again. Going to break up a bit of that bush as well, which I'm sure they'll be pretty pleased about with Mina running rampant. But Joker now lost that kind of ability to sneak through. Boss supering in here as well. Not going to be able to... Sorry, Joker was supering in, and Boss did a great job of just walking that up and finishing the goal off. Incredible stuff. And Totem falling further behind now.
Fat Splatter cuts off the right-hand side. Spike uses his super. Maru trying to do his best in all this. Lukey, though, goes hunting. Maru meets him, though. Semantic with the super. If he needs to mute, he can. He's just trying to absorb as many shots as possible and buying time for the respawn from his teammate.
Yeah, the thing is they need more than just control now, though, with Humble having the lead. Boss going to be able to dash away from that Meeple's Mansion. Super and hypercharge comes in from Maru. Life plant in the way, and Joker will just trooper forwards and take Luki down. This might be the opportunity to get a goal that they so desperately need. A minute and 15, so still time on the clock. But so far, Humble looking really solid.
Totem surging, Humble being stuffed in their spawn right now as Luki knows he has to grab this ball. Otherwise, Totem are just going to keep marching forward. Luki expanding, hypercharge goes down. Mina with a twister, Maru in trouble, and all of a sudden, it's numbers for Humble. A kick over to the right-hand side. They're relying on the hypercharge stats to sprint up the right-hand end. Oh, it was so close. Worth a try from Semantic for sure, but better than being on defense.
I love the fact how much Joker had, like, so much faith in that not going in. He had a hypercharge super, could have dragged him off the ball, but instead knew his teammates were going to be in a good spot. And now he can use it in a position like this, just Luki alive, and that's surely going to be a walk for Joker. And they actually don't even need to walk it, get the kill and shoot that ball in.
30 on the clock, and it's 1-1 each. If this gets to overtime, it's going to be a much more interesting affair, especially for somebody like Meeple and Kenji, who do not love the open space. Semantic being backed down for now by a spike super. Luki cautiously dodging. Has a super if they need to make a move. The Meeple of Mansion will certainly make this a little more awkward as now he drops a hypercharge super. Boss doing his best. Does make the connection somehow, but it's positioning for Joker. He's marching forward. Luki grabs the ball. Hypercharge available. He's going to jump right at Spike. Life Plant is available. It's a trade, and now in the 2v1, Semantic hustling up the map, has a super shot available. Lone shot for Maori, a gadget from Boss. Should secure it, but a gadget, even better. A defensive stop, and now Joker can move it the other way.
I mean, that was so difficult to really do anything about. They just a great defense. Maru coming forwards, goes for the shot and can't find it. Meeple once more in a 1v2 situation. Can Humble push it in this time? With the help of Reply Totem respawning, it's going to be a no for now.
I think I've gone 3 different ways on who's going to win this game because there's been so many close calls, and now a complete demolishment of that middle side. They have a super on the ground as well, so Boss can't cling to those walls anymore. He just has to do his best. A wind shield going up. It'll allow Humble to slowly climb up as Joker's debating what to do with this ball. 15 on the clock, gonna be pocketing it. Life Plant there to shield him. Semantic runs it down. Luki fanning out daggers. They're now marching up the map. Super shot over a clearance from Boss. Brings the entire Reply Totem roster into the
of these monthly finals, but it's just not to be at the moment with Humble being as strong as they are.
Double gadget on the left-hand side, but it's Totem extending. Luki in control as Maru has to back off. It's been back and forth the whole way, but it's a middle of the map where the action's happening. A kick forward. It's going to dump it right into Reply Totem's hands. I think maybe trying to keep that ball would have been a little bit better, but it looks like they were going to die either way.
Well, Luki still super in hand, but actually going to go down regardless of popping a shield up there as well. Joker trying to come aggressive, but surely will be dealt with here by Boss. Little wait as that last shot came out as part of the combo. Maru trying to push into this mid, get some control for his team, but it's just endless Humble kills in the kill feed, and Totem back in spawn.
Joker with a super available. Can dive on anybody if he needs it. I'm more importantly looking at this Boss super, though. Can bring anybody up into the sky. Could lead to a goal-scoring opportunity, especially with Luki clearing this left-hand side. Maru is in an awkward position. Crow looking on the deep end of the pool as Boss marches up the middle of the map to get a takedown super available. Oh, it was so close. Maori just in perfect positioning.
I mean, that was like it was a wild thing to do, but it so almost paid off. Just knew that his super wasn't going to be enough considering he still had that invulnerability, so needed to beat him another way. But unfortunately, a trick shot was not the one to do. Now, as they start to come in, Maru trying to get behind this life plant, get a heal off it before he goes down, but he can't, it doesn't pop. And Luki surely aware to the fact that he was stood there just lingering, waiting for it. Hypercharge ready for Boss, and 3v1 gives Humble the control.
Definitely an opportunity here, especially with a hypercharge, Mina super and a hypercharge in Otis's back pocket as well. Fat splatter on the right-hand side as Maru charges up a super of his own. They have to be perfect. Fighting for their tournament lives right now. Any slip-up could cost them this match.
Yeah, well, life plant used on the bottom side as well. As that mute straight into it, the super comes backwards, and Luki forced to jump away. I don't think he's going to escape that super from Joker. And this is going to be controlled to Reply Totem, giving themselves a lifeline. 30 seconds on the clock, hypercharge used, and he throws it down on the perfect walls.
Barry has access to go through those walls now, and now with Kenji diving in, no connection, but it won't matter. Luki left all alone, overwhelmed by the Reply Totem forces. They shave off as much time as they can before putting that one in. All they have left is the 15-second shot clock.
Need to make something happen now. Humble pushing forward, super onto the he knows who's going to try and make this play. It's got to be Boss. Joker gets the ball and gets it out, and 3 seconds with a Meeple's Mansion cutting it off. That's going to be an equalizer in Brawl Ball.
The scorecard for you, folks. Reply Totem are here to play. They're certainly going to keep fighting.
Absolutely have been playing as well. Boss waiting in the bushes. Not been scouted out just yet and avoiding the curveball well, but chooses to swap, let Semantic go through into Maru here. Going to be able to do a decent job at range against him, but Boss can eat a few of these Maori shots and still get into his face. Luki on the left-hand side, trying to get some control as Totem just sit in the back spawn again. It seems to be where they've been for the most part.
Humble with early dominance. Controlling the middle of the map allows them to put some extra pressure because now Boss is flanking a hyper-aggressive brawler. Now up in the face of Maru, who does have a super, just going to drop it. Has to play it safe. Needs to allow for his teammates time to respond. They're losing the numbers game, so they have to just occupy as much time as possible with a light plant forward. It's giving them a little extra space to work with.
Yeah, well, the windmill down there from Boss actually stops a few shots and allows Luki to get the kill onto Joker. But Humble back in spawn, not a position where they want to be, and Semantic getting hit hard by that shot from Maori. Maru backed up. Joker just always running in over and over and over again into the fray, getting some good heals off the back of his shots, and his gadget will eventually go down, and Luki has Hypercharge ready to roll, just waiting for the super.
If you're going to dive bomb it, you have to have some kills to show for it. Humble did not lose a single member as now Boss grabs this ball, going to back it up. Joker right back into the fray. A jump into the air. Gets one with a Shishimi slash, but not enough for a double as Semantic will drop a gadget. Trying to cut off Meeple. Has a super. And the mansion on the left-hand end will buy them a little extra time, and more importantly, give them some vision of that grass.
Oh, Luki's going forward, trying for the goal, gets a kill, might be able to walk this one. Luki just about gonna miss that one, and Joker with a great save. Boss on the right-hand side, Hypercharge available, and that can be huge in these overtime scenarios, but it's still 45 seconds to get there, and Humble not taking advantage of these opportunities.
Tough prediction play coming out of Luki. There was a possibility that could have been a goal. Instead, now he's on his back heel, diving once again. Joker can't grab the ball. Numbers advantage for the blue side. And as a result, they have to exhaust this super. Semantic gonna round out this roster with all three members in the middle, especially with this clock whittling down. It's advantage Humble.
Boss desperately wanting a super here to go along with his Hypercharge when it comes to overtime. Got that now. If they can just wait 15 seconds, it's surely going to be a Humble win. He's going to go for it instead. Windmill in the right-hand corner. And Luki just pushing forward, has to jump over it. And the Meeple's mansion there to block the pass. Totem doing everything they can. Maori's going to survive. 4 seconds on the clock, and they hold on.
Somehow, someway, Reply Totem surviving as long as they can. Surviving not good enough though. Humble, cold-blooded killers as Semantic marches one in right back to their 2025 glory. It's good. No weak links with this roster. That's why they've been able.
Setting up internet usually.
Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a good day.